I've discovered a way to make your CRM 100 times smarter, and it's really simple to actuate. I'm going to show you in 3 steps how you could do it in less than 10 minutes right now, here and today. The thing that shocked me is I just conducted a training with a cohort of over 800 different revenue executives, ranging from companies at IBM, Amazon, all the way down to solopreneurs. The thing that really shocked me is that less than 20% of them use deep research, which is effectively a research agent that's embedded across Google Gemini, ChatGPT. There's even a capability in Claude to do that, Perplexity, Grok, that are all within all the models. However, what I'm going to show you today in 3 simple steps is how to actuate that and connect your deep research agent with your CRM to get insane insights. So let's just get rolling on it. I want to ship this fast for you. One of the things that I've been doing, and I haven't been able to make as many videos of these lately, is I've been traveling a lot. I've been going to multiple conferences. I met with over 1,500 executives at the Gartner event, as well as 2 other ones with the CMO Summit and CRO Summit. So I'm going to get right into this. All right. First of all, step 1 is I want to show you how to create a prompt. Okay. So deep research, specifically within OpenAI, is one of those capabilities where you really need to prompt it good to get amazing results. And so it's very simple. And what you're going to see here is I need you to act like a top 1% of 1% prompt designer who works at OpenAI. And then I specifically call out that we need to create a prompt for deep research. And there's 2 core components to this. Number 1 is, what is the task that I want it to do? Here, as you can see, I wanted to review my contacts in HubSpot through deep research, analyze trends, patterns, and opportunities, okay, for the last 90 days. And then I got to identify my outcome. That outcome is reverse engineer who I'm attracting from different industries, titles, and companies. Then I say, please include no more than 1 to 3 customizations, okay? Now, what happens when you do this and you leverage the model to create prompts in that specific way is it comes up with a really hyper detailed example, all right? Now, I'm not saying I couldn't create this. There's cases where if you understand the process at a very deep level, how to manually do this, then that's going to be the best way. However, in this situation specifically, there are a lot of very granular components within HubSpot in terms of how to source data out of there. And the models do a really good job of understanding that. So that's step 1. All right, next thing we're going to do is go to step 2. I'm going to go into the contact analysis piece. And for purposes of this, actually, I think I already executed that. So here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Contact trend analysis. Sorry about jumping around here. So what you're going to see here is this is pretty simple, but it shows me executing the prompt and then it builds out the report. Okay. But before we do that, I want to show, and I'm going to create a fake chat so you can see what it looks like within here. All right. So if you go to the chat, you click on tools. The first thing to be able to do to run deep research is to click run deep research in the tools. Now, what you're going to see here is it has different sources. It could look over the web, which is the most common use of deep research of folks that have used it. However, OpenAI recently released connectors a few weeks ago, and not a lot of people are talking about it. You can connect your Google Drive, HubSpot, Box, Dropbox, and you can even connect more. All right. I should probably make a whole separate video on this, but as you can see, I already connected HubSpot. If I wanted to connect something different, let's say I wanted to connect my email account, all I would have to do is go on here and then continue to Google and authenticate. All right. Now, the benefit of doing this is, and let's go back. Let's say, for example, I wanted to connect to Gmail and Google Calendar. I could do a time study analysis on what I'm spending my time on and identifying if it aligns with my goals. That's an example. For right now, we're just going to focus on HubSpot, okay? The other thing I'll tell you as well is you even have the ability to create your own connectors, all right? And so as you can see over here, this is through MCP servers, and it's explicitly designed and mapped out what you can see and how to access that. So we'll include those in the resources for the video. However, going back, I'm going to show you how to execute this, right? We have HubSpot connected. Then when I clicked on the sources, all I have to do is basically put the source only as HubSpot, right? So that way it's not surfing the internet. If I want to basically enrich it or cross-reference other data, then I would want to click both of these areas. All right, so that's step 2. And then I would obviously paste the prompt in here. Now, this will take 10 to 15 minutes on average. So I'm not going to do that right now. So you're not just sitting there staring and watching what happens. However, I am going to show you the result of what happened with this trend analysis. And so there's a lot that's in here. But what you're going to see is I drop the prompt in, and then it's going to say, hey, can you please confirm should I use a connected HubSpot account? So sometimes it's going to ask that. And this is in beta research. It took 15 minutes and it looked across 19 sources. Now, what you're going to see here is it goes through and gives me a key metric snapshot. It identifies the industries, lead sources, visual analysis of what it found. And it even goes on deep dive of commentary. So all this is like very hyper valuable. And you would essentially need to hire an analyst or a RevOps person, and that could be $100,000 to $250,000 to hire this person to do all these data and reports. And now you could have an agent that'll do it. And it's even recommending, hey, Ryan, here's some recommended actions, right? Elevate your C-suite targeting, do persona enrichment, and then go with industry-specific playbooks. Now, what you're going to be is like, all right, great, Ryan, it's got all the data in here and it gives me the insights. Now, the bonus on what I didn't tell you, I'm going to show you as well, is from there, what I did is I created a prompt where I wanted to act in the style and voice of Jason Bay, who does a really good job at outbound. Give me a 5-step email sequence. All right. So what you're going to see here is now it starts to create email sequences specific for the exact type of title, persona, and role that it found across those contacts. Okay. Now, I want to take this a step further and say, okay, just create a multi-channel sequence to get more contacts and turn them into clients and customize them from me. So then what you're going to see is it's going to create that multi-step sequence. It's got the different days, emails, and exact process to conduct a multi-channel ABM strategy. Okay. So what you're going to see is like literally I showed you how to do that all in 5 minutes. And I know I went fast. You go back and pause it. But long story short, this is going to basically transform what's possible, because the biggest barrier I've heard with companies ranging all the way from 15 million to $1 billion plus is that these AI models are not directly connected to your CRM system. This is going to break down that barrier. Right now, though, the only CRM that's available, unless you create a custom MCP server that I'm seeing, is HubSpot. They were one of the early adopters. I assume Salesforce is going to come out too, but wanted to create this because it's a super simple, quick tutorial on how to walk through it step by step. Use deep research, connect it with your CRM, and get 100x the value, and then instantly turn that into action. So thanks for joining me today. If you want more details and research on these areas, I drop examples like this week by week. Feel free to join and you'll get a free resource from me, but also stay alert of this and be the first to see these videos as they come out. Anyways, thanks for joining me today. I'll see you on the next video.